Yay! Welcome, Calhouners, for the week. Introductory.
This is episode 17 of the FIFA Ramble. My name is Luke.
I'm Alexi. Hello.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again.
Welcome. Just got to say one more big up. Our fallen soldier, Windfly.
Windfly.
Gerbil.
Hamster.
Thinking of you, buddy. Wingfly died a couple of weeks ago. This is also, we had a little Wingfly edition last week where I mentioned this is also a dedication because it's a deep scar we're just trying to get through.
We need to get through. We had he had a week-long wake.
Was the box all designed and everything?
Yeah, it was all nicely designed, but he had a wake that lasted a week.
A week wake.
A week wake.
A week wake.
A week-long wake.
This is for you, buddy.
He got buried on Saturday. Eventually, he had to live outside for a little bit because it wasn't boxes. She wanted to open the box. I sort of had a bit of a
open wake. You think about it. Put him in a little suit.
Not a few to know about this now.
Probably got a little suit.
Yeah. So he's now buried in our back garden.
Windfly.
Always with us. Yeah, I can hear myself somewhere.
In your thoughts?
In my thoughts.
So if we text see,
Nelly. I can't. You can't. I need to.
How are we going to do this for Nelly? Right.
Are you?
Can we go on
Twitter? I can do it on mine in a minute. Can I? I want to start by talking something about. Well, I was going to say start by talking something non-football, but do you know what? I forgot my tea. Oh, I even boiled the kettle.
We are rubbish.
Hold there. Keep inviting those.
Okay, I am going to be inviting, and I'm going to be I'm multitasking right now. I forgot your tea. You didn't forget your tea. We're having a jasmine green tea this evening for everyone. No, I'm all right for a sec. Thank you, though. I'm good. There we are. Your green tea's there. I'll get another one.
I got my tea.
Thank God you've got your tea. Turned into a right monster without that tea.
There you go.
Right, and
yeah, I want to talk about something first of all. It's not football. If I could,
it's important
just for a little bit. A good friend of mine, Mr. Nathan Bulmer, came to me with an idea. I just want to give you a bit of backstory. Came to me with an idea about coming up with a way of promoting mental health awareness and suicide prevention. Now, it's something that it's affected him directly, personally. What's that music?
I have no idea. Okay, what's going on here?
Pause this a minute. We're having sound issues. There you go. That's better.
There we are.
Okay, right.
Okay.
As I was saying, my friend Nathan Bulmer came to me with an idea. Now, mental health awareness is something that's very close to. It's affected him directly. He's talked about it openly, so I feel that I can. I prefer it to come from him, but someone very close to him took their own life not that long ago. And he's very keen to promote mental health awareness, suicide prevention. And he came to me and he just sent me a message. And all it said was, do you want to help me with something that is very ambitious and probably won't happen? And why does that happen?
Oh, it's still recording. It's fine.
Okay.
Go on.
And I said, well, yeah, of course I do. I'm interested. Of course. So we He then said that he wanted to try and get a song to Christmas #1, which seemed a ridiculous idea.
Ambitious.
To be fair. Yeah, ambitious.
Nothing wrong with having ambition.
Nothing wrong with it at all. And he decided that there's a song called One More Light by Linkin Park. Now, you hear the name Linkin Park and you immediately have an idea of what the song will sound like. Well, for those people thinking that, just listen to the song. It's not a typical Linkin Park song. Listen to that song. He wants to try and get it to #1 to raise awareness for mental health issues. And of course I was on board. I was on board straight away. There is nothing like coming to me and going, do you want to do something that most people will say that you can't do? That's no better way than getting me immediately involved, because there is nothing more I love in this world. It's a starter pistol, isn't it? Really? Yeah, it immediately, as soon as he said it probably will not happen, I was like, okay, well, I'm in. Let's try our best to make it happen. So I urge you, please, just go onto the YouTube channel. You should be on YouTube anyway, Facebook. Get on YouTube. There's a video on there of him saying why it's important to him. Watch it. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes long. There's an article that he wrote, which is on the Calhoun Review. Now, it's calhounreview.co.uk. Go on there and read it. See why it's important. Within 24 hours of us launching this campaign, he was on a radio station promoting it with 70,000 people listening. Within 48 hours, that was. Within 72 hours, Chris Jericho was tweeting about it.
The Chris Jericho.
Yeah, 3 million followers. Now, I know that there has been people who've said, well, it's not possible. It's not going to happen. Fine. My argument to that would be probably that people who said that also thought the same when the guy wants to get Rage Against the Machine to #1 at Christmas. Everything is impossible until it's done. You know, there'll always be naysayers. Yeah. Saying no. So I don't care. Neither does Nathan about the Christmas #1 thing. That's a byproduct. That's just some way of people getting involved. The fact is that we want to raise awareness for mental health issues and suicide prevention. And the best way of doing that is to do something. It's a big problem. It needs a big solution. So why the hell not? That's my say on it. Yeah, check it out, guys, because it's a great cause, and it's an interesting project that we're pushing to the hilt. Chris Jericho was tweeting about it. The Chris Jericho. Dane Kelly Holmes tweeted about it. Who else? The guy who won a MasterChef tweeted about it. We started it Saturday evening. Like, I get about, no, not kidding, 40, 50 tweets a day. Like, I'm getting a lot about it. And some of them are people who've been affected by mental health and think it's a great idea. Amazing. You know? If Nelly's on there, because I can only do so much. Nice to see you, Gorms, the Gormisaurus in the house, as per usual. Yeah, Jericho. Yeah, no, Jericho tweeted it, mate. Yep, Chris Jericho, the one, the only Chris Jericho. So yeah, it's just something which we wanted to do, and we thought, you know what, why not? That was my view. Right, and we're gonna get straight into international football for a little bit, not long. We're just going to round it because it's, in the world outside of England drawing 0-0 and that gaining. There's been a hell of a lot of other stuff which has happened in an integral point to get to the Russian World Cup. So we're just going to run through a couple of bits and pieces, starting with Italia. Our beloved Italia. Yeah. It's Gigi played in every single Gigi Buffon World Cup. We'll go straight in. Yeah, go on. Yeah, we'll make it. An aging Italian squad, unfortunately, will not cut the mustard. And I feel saddened. Yeah, because Italy, in our lifetimes, every single World Cup. It never happened in our lifetime. They've always been at the World Cup, and next year they won't be. All right, I just need to do one more thing, and then I am fully involved. Look at that, we're live on YouTube. What a world.
Anything in there? Lee?
I'm going to message him the link now.
Cool, because I'm not sure if that comes through, because that might be just a live chat. We're just talking shop a second.
Yeah, we're just talking a little bit of shop. We do apologise.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, so the first time in our lifetime. I've got a cup. What's that? Yes, Gormley.
Yeah.
Tops off. Thanks, babes. Yes, Gormley. If you get any, tweet the link and the YouTube video, because the YouTube video is already. I think it's our most watched video on our channel.
Which does it is impressive because we get like millions of.
We get loads.
We get a lot. We get lots. We're no SS Unicorn Street, but we get
SS Unicorn Street. By the way, shout out to SS Unicorn Street.
Shameless.
On shout out on YouTube's. That's my daughter's channel. They have a video of them doing a 5-minute tour of our hotel room in Salou. It's got about 700 views.
They're good presenters. Why?
Let me text Mr. Bulmer. Let's get Mr. Bulmer in.
When Nelly's
I've sent him already messaged. Yeah.
If that comes up there, we're golden. Basically.
So we're in. We're in. Right, so yeah, the first game we're going to play tonight is Leverkusen Leipzig.
Because why the hell not?
Why the hell not? Well, it's playing this weekend, and I just thought, you know. Yeah, on it, just going back. Yeah, if you could get the deal best, blah, 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 that would be amazing. Yeah, so Italy, they're out.
It pains me to say GG in trouble like that. Pains me.
Yeah, and a lot of them retired afterwards, didn't they? I mean, Buffon, he announced that he was retiring at the end of the season anyway, didn't he? You know,
he did, but he was set on.
Well, it was going to be, the World Cup was going to be a swan song.
It should have been.
Already straight
kickoff. Come on.
I haven't even touched the ball yet.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Dig it out.
It's just it's nothing but a rumour to me.
Dig that out.
But then immediately after, yeah, Basically, De Rossi.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Inzaghi,
what would you do if you managed it?
They all retired straight away.
Yeah. His brother, Baggio's brother.
Baggio's brother.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Could play, if you were the manager.
Yeah.
And you told.
Who, by the way, have you seen has been sacked tonight?
Yeah.
Breaking. Yeah. Breaking.
You did it here first. If you were in charge of the Rossi and you told him to get his kit off.
Yeah, which I
not
would.
That way, not like that.
No, I would that way. But
then
you have no option. If you granted it, you'd be.
Yeah, true. What would you do? Trying to win a game, granted.
It was a very odd situation
because he did it with a bit of attitude, didn't he?
Oh, he did it with a huge amount of attitude. But I suppose in his head, he's thinking, well, I'm only a couple of minutes here from never playing for my country again.
Yeah, I think he had it in his head that he's going to do that straight.
Yeah,
away.
Maybe he just thought, fuck him, feel for Buffon, but plenty legends never even got there. He's won it. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's Gigi Buffon.
Yeah.
And I don't like seeing Gigi Buffon in tears.
It broke my heart, that picture.
I can't do it.
Posted up on the FIFA Ramble Instagram page. If you haven't joined the party yet,
there's an Instagram page. We got an Instagram page.
We have.
What is the address?
It's
you're lying. We have
FIFA Ramble.
No one can maintain that behemoth of an account, can they?
No. I mean, whoever it would definitely struggle.
How have they got the time? Is what I want.
I don't know, especially when they're trying to take over the pop charts at the same time. I've had a lot on. It's been a busy week, if I'm being honest. That's Facebook, just so I can see Gormley's comments a bit more. Okay, can we have a look? Because I don't get immediate comments.
Where's Nelio? Is he? Are you on the?
I need to go.
Oh shit!
We're just having a little bit of technical.
You love this. Favorite part.
Oh, message, Nelly. No,
that would be good.
Skinner says, message him when you're in. Sorry about this. It's not like I'm live on fucking YouTube right now.
We're live on YouTube right now.
We are
on YouTube
right now.
On the YouTubes.
So yeah, immediately they retired. But yeah, I see what you get with Buffon. But then, not Buffon, De Rossi's reaction. However,
However, has he got a point there? I know it's not
He's
his
got a
call. It's not his
massive point.
It's not his call to make, is
if
it?
If your coach, manager, however you want to say, says to you, "You're going on, warm up," and he didn't. He's warming up, but I think it's because it's right at the end of the game. He said what they usually do is they have 3. They'll do sets of 3 warming up. So it will be right. You 3 go warm up for 5 minutes, then they come back. Then it's the other 3, and then the other 3. Right at the end of the game. He said what they usually do is they have. There you go.
Yeah. So you would.
Oh, good. We worked it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said because it was at the end of the game, he was like, I knew that what it meant was you're going on. You know, why? I'm putting it in.
Because especially if that's your last, that's going to be your last game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you'd want to actually get on the pitch.
You would. That's another thing.
But I like the fact that he's like, this guy should be on, but that's behind closed doors, really, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a bit, but then De Rossi is one of those players who I would have killed to see at United. There's always been a few.
There's always a little rumour of that.
They're still up. Well, De Rossi did say in an interview that his brother-in-law I think it's his brother-in-law. I might be wrong on that because I know Schweinsteiger had a similar deal. But his brother-in-law is a United fan, and he did say in an interview with Champions magazine. I don't know if it's out anymore. It's the official Champions League magazine.
Match and shoot.
No, it's really good. It was, if it's still about, because it was Champions League football, but it covered, teams teams from leagues that were also, so like if they were doing well in Europe, and so it was just a really good magazine. It was UEFA produced it, so there's money behind it.
Were you more a match or a shoot kind of guy?
I was a shoot geller.
Gal.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I was more match, I would say.
Yeah, no, I was a shoot.
We were a shooter.
But yeah, I remember him doing an interview and he said that United, if he was to leave Roma, then he would have, the only team he would have gone to is United. And Schweinsteiger said the same thing, who was also a player that I would have given an arm to see play at United, and I did, and it didn't work out, which was damn shame. Little thing about De Rossi.
Go on.
Once, when Roma were going through a very, very rough patch, some of the fans attacked the cars of this first team, like smashed the windows, slashed tires, like spray painted on them and stuff, just to say like, you're playing shit, sort this out. 2 cars remained untouched. It was Daniel De Rossi and Francesco Totti.
What was I saying?
They didn't. They couldn't bring.
Good ball.
Get in at last.
Do you think loyalty in football is justified?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I just
think, game.
Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of loyalty. The problem with it, I find, is that a lot of fans spoil it because they then expect, say, I know you've said it like hardly, but say Oxlade-Chamberlain, goes to Liverpool. Arsenal fans, do this and whatever else, Well,
what you do? It's the theatre of the game.
Yeah, exactly. But then what I don't understand is that, say you don't get that in other walks of life. Say someone works for Burger King and then they go to work at McDonald's because McDonald's offer them more money and better working hours, or, the equivalent of, if you can't get first team. They say, look, you'll be on desserts, mate.
Ooh.
You're going to get off the grill and all that heat and you're going to be on desserts. Would a customer then, a loyal customer of Burger King, go into McDonald's to boo him and call him a snake? It's just sports that it happens in, and it's mainly just football. I just find it a bit odd. Like when Tevez left Man City. Now I get it.
How did you feel about that?
Well, at the time, I was a very different person, to be fair, especially when it came to football, because I was extremely anti-City and anti-Liverpool. I'm basically a grown up now. Now I realise that they're just people doing the best that they can for their
and they're
families.
actual people.
Yeah, and they've got real lives with real responsibilities. And at the end of the day, Carlos Tevez, as much as I don't want to see a player leave United for Man City, he's not Mancunian. He's not. He doesn't give a shit about that.
But Johnny Foreigners.
Yeah, he's he grew up in shit circumstances in Argentina, and he's just trying to make his way in the world and get paid a lot of money. He's going to try and get paid as much money as possible in a very short amount of time for his family.
Because that's a career,
yeah, because that's what footballers do. And they try and make as much money as possible.
His game's quality.
He had no ties to United, except he just played there for 2 years, very successfully as well. And then suddenly it turned into, well, he's a Judas. But to who? He's not you. You know, he's not a United fan. He doesn't need to stay at United for your benefit.
So a little bit of are you saying a little bit when it's the right time? Like if he left Argentina or he stayed in Argentina and played for a rival there, then that would be a loyalty issue.
If he goes between River Plate and Boca Juniors, then I think it's different. I think if a Mancunian lad playing all his life at Man United just wants to play for Man United, that's his dream, and then he signs for City, it's different. And Carlos Tevez signing for City was just unfortunate. Because then people seem to forget how bloody good he was at United.
Phenomenal.
What a player. And now it's almost as if some United fans, can't actually bring themselves to admit that he was fucking brilliant. You know, it's almost like, no, you're into City.
Do you think Alex Ferguson was sort of aware of the loyalty thing?
Yeah. I'm assuming you've heard the Paul Scholes.
No.
Inter Milan tried to buy him.
Right.
They put a bid in to United. This came from the Inter president at the time. Like he was interviewed, and this is where the story came from. They basically said to United, we want to sign Paul Scholes and we will give you a blank check.
There needs to be figures on the check.
Yeah, there needs to be figures. For it to be valid.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have known that. But it's Italy.
Mug them off.
You know what I mean? Who's doing their accounting? So yeah, they said, look, we'll give you a blank check. Oh, what is that about? And United then said, okay, well, look, you need to, speak to Paul and see what his feelings are, basically, And the president was like, it was a nightmare trying to get hold of him because he didn't have an agent. He's skinning me there. He's like, he didn't have an agent. So they had to go to Paul Scholes himself, and then eventually they sat down, and he said to the Inter Milan chairman, if you want me to play for you, then you're going to have to buy Manchester United. And that was it. End of discussion. He stayed.
Did he go all the way to Italy? So did you just?
I think no, Paul Scholes is probably on the phone, and he probably sent him a fax.
A facsimile.
He's playing very tight at the back, and I'm finding it very hard to break it down with this start at 11. Gormley's in. Biggest boo was for George Graham when he was a guest at Ken Bates in '95 to take over from Hoddle. He booed and then sang Hullett's name the whole game to get him as manager, and it worked.
Well, Gormley. There you go. Oh, Kevin Campbell. So he's down 3-1.
I'm down 3-1. I cannot work out. I can't break down this team. I'm actually reasonably all right on FIFA 18, but I just cannot for the life of me break them down.
Should we talk a little bit about England, but not much begrudgingly?
We should talk about a little bit about England.
Okay. Fine. The 0-0's of progress. What have you? Did you watch the Brazil game last night?
No. I had much better things to do with my time.
Yeah, good.
Because, no. I've seen bits to highlight. Someone compared it to root canal surgery. So it didn't make me want to go back, because if it's a particularly good game, I will go back and watch the full 90.
Fair. Nothing was happening. Started off with horrific knee-up tackle from Vardy, in my opinion.
Oh, I overran.
Where Dani Alves went in with Vardy, and Vardy just stuck his leg out high up and gave a little bit additional towards the end, which did not get picked up on. But I definitely thought it was Vardy being a bit Vardy-ish in that situation. Just letting him know he's there. So Dani Alves, right, a very respected, captain of Brazil and all-round beast of a right-back, basically.
I know.
I'm not saying give him respect, but I'm saying to go in so hard on him, Jesus, it took his knee off. Yeah, in a friendly. Just let him know he's there. Come on, Kev. So that was a bit brutal. Man of the match, Joe Gomez.
I like Joe Gomez.
To wreck his career.
One bit I did see it last night, which I quite enjoyed, was Eric Dyer. Just getting completely tangled up on the halfway line.
Didn't know where to go.
Losing the ball. Actually, great tackle.
Yeah, that was like the first thing. Come on, yeah.
Superb. I mean, what a tackle that is. He's quite a renaissance this season, hasn't he?
You feeling like you're comfortable with him in the team?
I've always thought he's a decent squad player. I've always thought he has. He's got it in him. Indeed, he's a lot older now.
No, he's 45. Was he 32?
Yeah, but he's in his position he plays. But that's where I think United have done well with him and Valencia, converting them into wing backs.
I think differently about Valencia, because I think he's been an absolute asset to Man United in his career. Coming from Wigan, from there, I think he's been absolutely essential to Rooney's rise as well.
Yeah, it's true. Gormley, before we carry on, do me a favour. Click the share button. Invite some people in. Also, the others watching on the old Facebooks, if you click share on the live video, it then tells you can invite people into it. It does help us a lot. The more people you invite in, the bigger the reach that we get. Nice one, Gormley. Oh, he's already shared it.
Bloody hell, Gormley.
But yeah, when you invite people in, they get an invitation, as you lot have got, because I invited you here. It brings you, it asks you to invite people now, that when they click on that link, they immediately come in. Now that boosts our reach. It's going to sound really boring, but it boosts the reach of the post. Therefore, we get higher rates on the Facebook analytics.
Calhoun.
And then
we'll get into number one.
So yeah, if you can click share, and then it brings up your friends list, and just hit invite on all your friends, every one of them. Just bother them. It's only one night a week. Come on, we don't give a shit. Invite every one of them. Then they all come in, and then our reach expands. If you could do that, I would love it. We just picking random things.
Well, what else on you think?
I haven't picked games. I don't care now, because we just pick whichever. I don't really pay attention to it. Okay. 4s and above?
Yep.
Okay, right. Should we do 4?
Yeah. Oh, West Ham.
I got Leon. You had West Ham last week.
Oh, is that...
You go home and I'll go away.
Did I annihilate you with West Ham?
You beat me as... Well, we had 2 games. Yeah. I beat you as Everton. You. And then you... the inevitable replay.
Inevitable.
But yeah, so share. Invite everyone. Go on. Do me a favour.
Go on, you feel great about it.
You will feel great. Yeah, Joe Gomez though, he had a very good game.
Gomez.
Yeah, I have liked him. He's a very good player.
Like Gomez.
He's a very, very good player. Another good centre back I quite like. Just throwing it out there now. Get in early. Dale Fry. Keep a look out for him. I'm telling you.
Remember the name.
Borough, I believe. England in the 21. I think he's captain.
Who's going to buy him? Like Arsenal.
No, he's one of those players like a Mane who's going to go to a team.
Go on.
Go to a team first.
Did you like Taggart? Not a TV show.
That's the same.
Southampton.
I prefer Cracker. At Southampton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He's not. He's still alive. Like he's still around. But
He's still alive.
he's still around.
Did you like that player? Yeah.
Go on. Oh! Oh!
That was intense. That was intense. Yeah, Taggart. Oh, it was me. Clearance. I gotta turn this volume down again. I can just hear you and me screaming on time delay.
Like schoolgirls.
Mute you.
Like schoolgirls at a prom.
There you go. Let's get in. Yeah, I like Taggart.
Because he had a little bit of a rise, especially on fantasy football last season.
Yeah, he did.
And they've also got like a ton of actual like decent talent in their ranks. Probably start at Liverpool.
Southampton have got very, very well. I mean, their youth setup is
well
established, isn't it? They've actually massively benefited from coming up to the Premier League, their youth system, because there's a lot of clubs now that are actually getting rid of their youth teams because of the changes of rules. In that clubs can come in for them and sign them for a nominal fee, depending on how long they were in your academy.
So just scrapping it.
So you could spend, like an 8-year-old could come in, and you could spend a lot of money and a lot of time coaching him and developing him as a player. And then at 14, Arsenal come in, and they pay you about 40 grand.
Why are you using Arsenal there?
Because it seems like a very Arsenal thing to do. Oh, that was it.
Is that Fekir?
But yeah, they're
top property Fekir.
Fekir. Yeah, very soon. Arsenal, apparently.
Hope so.
His agent said. His dad said.
So. His dad's his agent.
His dad said something like, "Oh, if he was going to go to a club, it would be Arsenal because he loves him.
That's Stoner.
He fucking loves him." Sorry, he said.
He bloody doesn't he?
He said he loves him as much as the Cray twins love their mother. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, the academy, because a Premier League club or a bigger club can swoop in and pay a nominal fee. They're closing down their academies, and they're now focusing on players who have been released. Brentford are doing it, actually. It's really interesting. Have you read
Brentford are doing it? Fucking hell, what's Knudsen saying about
it? He's not involved. He's
got an opinion. Are you kidding?
He released a very go on, son, an article saying where they went wrong and what they're doing wrong, but they just went a different way. I think it's a bit, bitter, to be honest. But yeah, Brentford, what they've done is got rid of their academy. It's interesting, really. Well, they've got rid of the academy because they were sick of putting so much money into players who would then just leave for someone else. And they've now changed it so that they are signing players who've been released from like neighbouring academies or reserve teams. So like 22 and 21-year-olds from say like Chelsea, because they're like, there's a lot of clubs who've got a lot of talented young players, but they can't bring them all through. So eventually they just get rid of them because they're surplus. Oh! Not because they're not good enough, but because they're surplus to requirements. Right. So Brentford have set up a B team. It's called the B team for like 21, 22-year-olds who've been released from clubs, and they're like, "Well, you're talented. Come in, learn the setup of the B team, and then come in. Yeah, have a brew.
Pop in.
Oh, it's so nice.
That's better.
There you go. Took my angle. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting way of doing it. So
yeah, well,
a lot of players who I'm trying to think. Say Tom Lawrence.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fucking hell, look at United. Shawcross, Drinkwater. Now I know these players have gone on to.
Them is utterly about the development. They would not have. Go on. They'd not be where they're at. Like that's what they need. It's like when
Shawcross would not have.
It's like when Arsenal release a player and they do quite well. It's like the talent's there. You just need to play. You can't play. You're not going to get an Arsenal, are you?
No. Well, that's what Brentford have done now, and they've sort of swooped in and cornered the market on players coming out of the London clubs academies, which I think is really good.
Okay.
Oh, that's quite good.
We need to speed through here. Let's get through to like Eriksen.
Yeah, Christian Eriksen.
Lord Bentner. Everyone, like we rate him all the time.
Christian Eriksen, would you Would you agree that potentially he is most underrated and undervalued player in the Premier League?
We wax political about his talents that he's got. He always gets a fucking hard time though if he's not performed, which is weird to me.
What I don't understand is he's better than Dele Alli. And Ali is basically
he is.
the player that he is because Christian Eriksen allows him to be.
Dele is younger though.
He is. I bloody love Christian Eriksen. I mean, we've spoken about it before.
Yeah.
But yeah, undervalued, would you say? Because it's not like, I don't know if he's undervalued. I don't think any Spurs player is undervalued. They're fucking overvalued, if anything. But
yeah, because he doesn't need the limelight.
And
he
undervalued
plays
by
where
the
he
rest.
needs to play, and he does what he's told to. And I think he's got potential to either go to Barcelona or Real Madrid and fit into each one of those systems.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not undervalued by us, but he is on the whole because he plays in the Spurs team, which is all like jacking each other off about English players.
Yeah, it's true.
Which, you know, we had the debate about Harry Kane. You know, like he.
Yeah. Poor Harry Redknapp.
You take me United.
What, Harry Redknapp?
I read that, yeah.
I love Harry Redknapp as much as you love Aguero.
Speaking of which,
he's
had a funny turn,
hasn't he?
He's had a funny turn.
Now, at this point, I am concerned with Aguero. I think someone needs to keep a watch over him. He doesn't seem. I know one of them was a car crash. What's he collapsing for?
Well,
that is.
We'll find out, won't we?
Apparently, he was back in the team hotel that night. Like he didn't stay in. He wasn't in hospital like long. He came out and he was back with the rest of the Argentinian team that night in the hotel room. So City of monitoring, obviously, very, very closely. But yeah, it's concerning though, isn't it? I wonder if he was just exhausted because it was at half time.
Like, and he needs to play in that game, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Was he?
Oh, come on!
What a tackle!
Jesus!
Was he tired? Was he? What was it?
Ridiculous! Oh my gosh!
Oh my God! He's having him out there, like most. This is a needs to win trophies. Yeah, same for all Spurs top players. They'll have to leave to fulfil potential. It's interesting. I wonder. We can't get on to Spurs again. We spoke so much about Spurs last week.
Spurs heavy.
It was very.
See what we feel about it. Go on to Ramble 16.
Yeah, Ramble 16. We talk in depth. We actually, will Harry Kane ever win the Ballon d'Or? That's all I'm saying. Watch last week's. I can't get into that conversation again.
Harry Kane, discussed last week.
We can get in, Christian Eriksen, his second goal was stunning. Lord Bentner. Gareth Bale, Alexis Sanchez, they're not going to the World Cup. Gigi Buffon, Daniel Rossi, Chiellini, Bonucci, they're not going to the World Cup. Do you know who is?
Who?
Nicholas Bentner.
And do you know who else is?
Yes.
One Alex Iwobi.
Iwobi, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
We discussed before the show the fact that he plays for Nigeria will prolong his career because the lack of expectancy and lack of limelight will help him. And do you know what? I think Arsene Wenger's behind that. In a humble opinion, with the action.
Yeah, he's done
Arsenal and everything he's got.
He's a good player, will be. We were saying, like we said about
not everything Chairman about Joe Gomez, for example, yeah. Like, young defender, I'm not knocking it. I think it's great. But Alex Iwobi scoring 2 and nutmegging one of a fine specimen of a defender. Javier Mascherano at the same time is quite something, isn't it? For that goal, we'll post a link. We post the link yet?
I put the Iwobi goal up on our Twitter.
Okay. I've hit the post about 15 times this game, and I'm not happy one bit.
Oh my God, that was rasping. I hit the crossbar from, well, that must have been at least 80 yards out.
Oh, hello.
This game's suddenly
well, I've hit
got in the choppier waters, hasn't it?
I've hit a post a stupid amount, and I'm not content with that.
I think you've hit the post 4 times
4.
now. I've now hit the crossbar. But the main stat that counts is I've hit the back of the net twice. Oh, this is right. We need to talk as well as get sucked in.
Oh, this is a big game.
It is a big game. West Ham.
West Ham.
Who am I? Leon. This is an important game. Genuinely cannot concentrate on anything but stopping West Ham from scoring.
Oh!
Oh, thank God for that. I got sucked into an East London wormhole. Sergio Ramos. See that?
Tell me about it.
He scored twice, both from penalties. Yep. They drew 3-3 last night. That's a free kick, referee, surely. They drew 3-3 with, Russia. And Sergio Ramos got 2 of those 3. And yeah, they were both penalties, which was just, I couldn't believe it. I was dumbfounded, I was.
Oh!
Save.
Last minute.
Save.
Oh, it's 2-1. That would have been 2-2 at the post 13 times. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, this is close. This is
I want West Ham to be like your psychological bogey team, really.
Come on.
That's it. No. Come on. One more go. Oh,
yes.
Dumbfounded.
That was a close game.
Oh, Jesus. What's the Gunter news?
Hang on. The Gunter news, right. Chris Gunter last night made his 85th appearance for Wales. 85th appearance. And a few. 85 appearances. He's now made for Wales, which equals Gary Speed's.
What's that, 27, something like that?
28.
Flipping heck.
28.
And we've seen Chris Gunter like through the years when he was a young startup, haven't we?
Yeah.
Same with Bale. We've seen his rise.
I saw Gunter and River Plate. I saw Gunter down. Oh my God, we couldn't have picked 2 words that way. Yeah, I saw Gunter down here, Cardiff.
Recently?
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Back in the old day. But yeah, no, this isn't it really? That many caps.
Do you also remember seeing the first Gareth Bale free kick when he came on as a 16-year-old for Wales in the stadium?
Yeah.
Under Tosh, wasn't it?
Was he Tosh?
Yeah.
Yeah, must be.
Toshy boy.
Right, I'm ready.
Toshy. Wow.
Yeah. But he ties it with Gary Speed.
Isn't it weird seeing football players go through from who sort of grew up with us and we're like younger and we've seen their careers. Like I suppose Rooney's one of those players, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like from start to.
Well, they're all going now, that generation, aren't they? You know,
it's weird turnaround, isn't it? The millennials.
They're all retiring now. Yeah. It's just.
They're being pundits.
They are. I mean, that's going to be the worst thing about the World Cup this year, isn't it? Watching Gigi Buffon talking to fucking Mark Lawrence.
Tears in his eyes.
He's going to be sat there talking to Mark bloody Bright about how Egypt have just got through to the.
I like it when Ollie Khan's on it though. I'm a fan of Ollie. Shut up. And
yeah.
Jens Lehmann.
Yeah, and I think Henri has got his place and things
and
like that.
Bloody handsome.
Going back briefly to Mr. Gunter.
Mr. Gunter.
Do you know the record appearance holder is for Wales?
Is it Speed?
No, Speed's are 85 as well, which is
second. Oh, Big Nev.
Yeah, Big Nev. Big Nev.
Have you still are you following him still on Twitter? His outbursts?
Yeah, he is a good watch. Do you know how many caps he's got? Just to put it in comparison, Neville
123.
Southall played for Wales until he was 57 years old.
57.
About that, I reckon. Neville Southall.
Mid-40s.
He was.
Like
he played for ages, didn't he?
58.
About 58. He retired basically after the Euros. He's got 92 caps.
Okay, I thought it was over 100.
No, 92. So Gunter is gonna. He's skinning me again. My feet are gone cold. Gunter is going to equal Neville Southall's record appearance count in 7 games.
It's crazy.
Which, realistically, when you look at how many international breaks there are now, and then with obviously they're not going to be at the World Cup next year, he'll probably be Wales's record appearance holder by the end of next year, beginning of the year after. Which is mad.
It's crazy.
Chris Gunter.
Who does Miles Jednak play for now?
Villa.
Okay. Interesting. I think he had a hand in the brass sort of appearance, didn't he?
He Australia have
Qualified?
They've qualified for the 4th World Cup in a row. Wow. Today. They beat
better than the US.
Yeah. They beat Honduras 3-1. And it was a Miles Jednak hat trick.
He scored a hat trick?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
He scored a hat trick.
Did you rate him?
At one point.
Did you have him in your fantasy team when he was banging him in for... Who did he play for? West Ham, was it?
Was it Palace?
Palace. That's the one. It wasn't that long ago, was it?
No, it wasn't that long ago. But no, he's done it. Bring back Lynham for the World Cup. Well, Motson is retiring this year, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
So you imagine that he'll be involved somewhere. He's got a hat trick today, Miles Jednak. I believe 2 penalties. Oh, these are. I don't like River Plate. 2 penalties and a free kick, and the free kick was massively deflected. Apparently, it was on target. So it counts as his goal. I can't remember who it was deflected off now because I knew who it was.
Get it out.
I can't think who it was then. But he played for Honduras. I want to say Wilson Palasi or something. I'm sure he's still playing.
Yeah, I think so.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I found out yesterday that Didier Drogba was still playing. So
yeah.
I didn't know that. Not a clue. I thought he'd retired because he's announced that he's retiring at the end of this season, which I thought had already happened.
Yeah, he's been like a bit of a nomad traveller now.
Where is he now? I'm assuming he's going to be in like Canada or something.
Yeah,
Gormley will know. Where's Drogba
Gormley
playing?
Hook us up. Didier El Drogba.
Oh. Oh my life.
Go on.
Oh, what a save.
Jesus. Oh. Is it?
I can't get away with doing that against the CPU.
Oh! Take that.
Go on, get off. Off, son.
No more.
Are we getting live? Are we?
Where's Nelly?
Well, he's in. Yeah, where's Neil? Where are you? Also, Nath, if you're in and you're signed into your account, comment so I can see you there.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything from Nelly. I know he said he was in.
He's in. Another record was broken this last few days.
What was the record?
Lukaku is now Belgium's top record goal scorer.
At what, 24, 23?
24.
Oh, hot dog.
Come on, son. Yeah, 24.
That is incredible. And still he gets a hard time, eh?
Yeah, 31 goals.
Wow.
In, I believe, 6 years. I believe it's 6 years that he's been at the club for.
Where's he going to go after United? It's going to be a peak or a trough, isn't it?
I can see him going. Do you know what? I'd love to see him in Italy.
What, when Milan rise up again?
Yeah, Napoli.
Yeah. Wow. I
Imagine.
love how Napoli did it.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They've got a great side.
Do you watch much of them?
I've watched 2 games of Napoli this season.
Man City game?
Oh, 3. No, I was only thinking of Serie A games.
Fun to watch?
Yeah.
Would you say they're, if not one of the most fun teams to watch at the moment in Europe?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
PSG boys, though, aren't they, right?
PSG are my go-to side when I just know that I want to watch a fun game of football. They are ridiculously enjoyable and entertaining to watch, PSG. Way more so than any team in England, by a country mile. The only team close to being as exciting to watch as PSG are Man City, yeah. Man City are incredible to watch.
We can do no wrong at the moment.
Actually, that's quite a good segue into something I was going to bring up. No. Championship and lower is brilliant to watch. Yeah, it's true.
Fair enough.
It is true. There are a lot of games. I do like watching Wolves. I watch
Wolves,
a lot.
look, we spoke about them.
Their owner this year actually said that this year. So their owner this week said that they were going to give him. He was in it for the long haul, and he wants them to be a Champions League club. So he's willing to spend money to make sure that happens.
And he says he watches the FIFA Ramble.
He does.
So
he absolutely bloody loves it when he's not investing money in China.
And he's not.
He does nothing more.
It gives him no more enjoyment. No, it gives him the maximum enjoyment.
It's what he does at night when he's sick and tired of George Mendes ringing him.
I've got another player. I've got another one. Come on, I'm listening.
Real Madrid won him. Of course they do, George. No, Wolves I enjoy watching, but yeah.
Well, they will be in the Premiership.
They will.
I really hope Cardiff City make it as well.
It would be nice, yeah. Yeah, my.
Could you then level Warnock the Warlock.
Warnock does enjoy. He is very enjoyable to watch. And I do like Warnock, even though originally
he's like the last of his generation, basically.
Yeah,
like one of those last old school managers.
Yeah, he's Mike Bassett brought to life for me.
Yeah,
you know, it's
and I don't think he's going to get many of them at all.
There's like paying for chocolate as well. As I said in the previous episode of FIFA Ramble, saw him in a Lindt shop trying the samples. Didn't purchase one single chocolate. I mean, Lindt is expensive, so don't blame him. But he can.
But mind you, saying that, if he's eating the classic ones and he wants to try like a little sample of,
he was trying everything. He tried the pistachio. He tried the strawberry.
I think that's absolutely justified. I think that's what samples are for. Otherwise, he'd be eating that same Lindt for the rest of his life. Never knowing the possibilities, the endless possibilities of Lindt chocolate.
Start watching him.
The chocolatier.
That was over 1 year ago. That was on my my 10-year wedding anniversary weekend.
Is that what you did? You just went to stalk Neil Warnock.
Was that what we did on the weekend? I can't remember when it was. But yeah, no, it was. Do you know when it was? It was that weekend that someone, please find this. Remember Storm Doris?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year. It was that day.
We got a Nelly.
Nelly's in.
Yes. Yes, no.
I feel Watford are the genuine classic English team. Yeah, true.
Is that a statement?
We're getting both really close now. What was that now? Scrape the district will win over Chelsea each decade. But no, Watford.
We're a fan of Marco Silva anyway.
Yeah, Everton really.
Would you say he's one of the better managers in the league?
Yeah, he's a great manager.
It was a shit, didn't he? Oh, it's a penalty.
No, because I want a penalty. He's stupid. Have you heard of the analytics behind working out what goals, like who scores the most? Is that a penalty? Please tell me it's a penalty. No. Who scores the most important goals? So rather than just look at
so big time players, yeah, big.
Well, basically, it's, I'm trying to think of a good example. Oh, right, I can think of the stats for one particular. Yeah, sorry.
So what are you saying, like Jesse Lingard, maybe? No. Oh!
Devastating. The difference. Say, I'm trying to think of stats. Right, the 1 year that Liverpool signed Andy Carroll and Chelsea signed Suarez. Now sorry, not Chelsea. Chelsea signed Torres and Liverpool signed Carroll. Okay, they signed Carroll for 35 million and Torres went for 50, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Now they were both
that triggered the market, didn't it?
Yeah, they were. But they were both high-scoring players for their teams that season. Analyze the data between just scoring goals and scoring important goals. So Torres and Carroll that season both scored a lot of goals, which didn't result in their team winning. So like they would score like the second goal of a 2-0 win.
Or a cherry on top, like the fourth
goal
of a one.
Yeah, so their team's already winning 2-0, 3, and whatever. Carroll comes in, gets a third. Someone took all of those out and said, who scores goals that actually win games for their team? So who scores the one in a 1-0 win?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
And things like that. That season, the highest rated player for important goals, as they deemed it, was Darren Bent.
And where is he now?
Where is he now? Oh, I can't go international. I thought I'd hit the jackpot then.
Atlanta versus Atleti.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm going to lose. Going. Yeah, Darren Bent. Darren Bent scored the most important goals.
It's quite surprising.
His goals led to the most points being picked up by his team. At which point, I think he was playing for, it must have been Sunderland, or maybe it was Villa. At that point, maybe.
But he's got a good goal scoring ratio with each one of those.
He was a great scorer. Yeah, so the whole point of the debate was, well, he should then be more. He's more important to sign. He should be worth more money than Torres, basically.
That's where
Torres was injured and Chelsea didn't do a medical. It didn't surprise me. Something went very wrong for Fernando Torres, who now, have you seen where he's been linked?
Back in
Newcastle. Imagine Fernando Torres going to Newcastle for a 6-month loan.
He followed on from Shevchenko as well, didn't he? For fuck's sake.
Yeah, Torres was very, very much. Jesus, who was that?
Inaki.
He was nippy. There's no way that my defenders can cope with that.
What's in that?
Torres was a great player for Liverpool Football Club because Steven Gerrard played to his strengths. You know, Torres, he was very much being.
No, look, I'm not having that because, right, I used to watch a fucking ton of Atletico Madrid when Torres was there.
But they played to his strengths as well.
Incredible.
He was very fluid across their attacks.
But he was still all round.
Yeah.
And his goal scoring prowess, even now, is impressive for Madrid again. You know what I mean? Like he pops up and can score like goals. Look, he's one of those players which we've actually followed the career of as well, right?
Yeah.
So he is outrageously impressive in those two leagues specifically, isn't he? Like he is, without doubt, like good goal, unquestionable skill and talent and finesse, and he's an out scorer.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
I understand putting 50 million on him to do that, because if you get that right, you win the league. Desperation also makes things happen. You know, after this Shevchenko debacle, whose stats, image, and everything else fits the bill? Oh, it's probably going to be Torres. Can I get him? Yes. Okay, that's top of the list.
He was very good. He was being asked to play as a lone
wolf,
as a lone striker at Chelsea, with everything being fed into him. But they were playing very much to his. They weren't playing to his strength. Like at Liverpool, he would literally drift out wide when he had to pick up the ball. There's a lot of balls that were played into space for him to get onto.
Yeah.
Can you get the?
I can. Don't want
to. And do it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, at Chelsea, it was just him
on his own
up front a lot.
Me, myself,
that is a great. It's a great example of a great player at a very, very good club, and they just didn't gel. It doesn't mean that he was a shit player at Chelsea.
Fellaini.
It doesn't mean. I mean, look at Falcao. You can argue Falcao as well. Just never reached the heights at United or Chelsea because he was still had lingering injury issues because he's gone back to Monaco and he's just
smashing it
again. Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of those players which his game just doesn't really work, does it? Everyone's saying Bale back in the Premiership. Where do you stand on that?
It's an interest. Actually, we've got. Why would Drogba up top? Yeah. I just don't think Torres. I don't think Chelsea played to Torres' strengths. I really don't. And then Gormley's in actually, so that'd be quite interesting to see his reaction. But we said about this last week, didn't we, when you asked, would you keep Gareth Bale at Real Madrid? I don't think that they can. One, I don't think they can afford to get rid of him at this stage because they know they take a massive.
Yeah, and it's the thing. Like on even on yes. What was the game playing? Career mode today. It's like it's like an alarm, isn't it? If you say you can get him, he's transfer listed, his value goes straight down.
Yeah.
What you need is a massive over the top fucking bid for him, and then you just that's the time where you sort of take it or not. Yeah. I don't think they should, because for Bale's quality, what you get, although his stats aren't good in terms of his illness and his knocks and stuff, I still think he's worthwhile when he's on form. I don't think he'll benefit of going back to the Premiership after being a La Liga.
Yeah.
I just don't think it. I think it'd be a bad move for him, considering he struggles with injuries so much. And where else would suit him? I think Spurs will probably have a buyback sort of clause. Oh, put me on toaster.
Do you know, I think would suit him? United.
Really? I think you're just saying that.
No, I do. I think it would be. I just think. Oh, what the fuck?
Yay!
I think with Bale, I don't think that they can really afford to get rid of him, but then I also don't think that they can afford to keep him if he's going to continue to have the injury record that he's got. I said last week. Take a sip of water. I said, like, if I was Real Madrid, what I would be doing, if possible, competition, yeah. If possible, I would have Hazard in and to get rid of Bale. I think we talked about it. I think that Real Madrid are going to have one of their Galactico style summers this year.
Yeah, a beastie clear out.
Yeah, I think they're going to bring in a lot of players, and I think Eden Hazard they're going to attempt to make him one of those players. I think he suits the club.
Yeah, he does really.
You know, he's a big. Oh, you skinnered me again. You better be off. But yeah, he's a Real Madrid player. I think I really do.
Selfish. I might ask.
But I do think they're going to have
a massive clear out.
Yeah, I do. I think they're bringing a few players. I think there's, but I mean, last night, Danny
Caballero.
Yeah, he scored a hat trick for Spain under 21s.
He's. Oh, that's a book in that.
That's a bit. The ref is just the ref has said no more. So like 10 of your players.
Yeah, he's a high.
Leave Hazard alone. I knew that would be get him, but yeah, I mean it's interesting in the Real Madrid thing because look, Bale's injured a lot at the moment.
But Isco's there.
Yeah, well, Casemiro, they've got one hell of a squad. But when you look at some of the players, right, Benzema isn't.
You've got to rate Benzema.
Oh yeah, I do, but he's also 29, going to be 30 soon. Ronaldo is 32. No, I know he's not a proper 32. He's not me 32. Ronaldo is a very young 32. That's a red card. Bale injured a lot. How old's Bale? 27? Something like that?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I don't like this team.
Nelly, would you take G Bale back at Spurs if you had first option?
Modric is 31. There's a lot of old players. Not old, but you know what I mean.
Pass on the scrappy.
There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of players now who've got one big transfer left in them. And that's it. There's one big transfer left in them.
How old's Toni Kroos?
I'm going to say Kroos is 26, maybe older. But I think Hazard, I do think potentially Alexis Sanchez. But again, that's a weird one, Sanchez. Because he's 29.
Whatever, yeah.
That's an interesting
That's one big move, that.
One big move. Maybe a Van Persie style move, I
think now it benefits on the cat out of the bag, really, with the Sanchez stuff, because if one high-profile player's out, then they can have a chance to get someone else in, I think it benefits them.
It's going to be an interesting summer. This is just ridiculous. No?
Oh, it's an outrage. So yeah, I think it'd be big.
I think they're going to have a big spending spree.
Fair enough.
Who does he push out? Would you have Bale back? Yeah, would you have Bale back? Who does he push out?
Don't leave Sissoko alone.
Have Stockholm syndrome.
Nelly,
he's a big old fan of Sissoko.
I think everyone gave him some shit. And the boy's trying, and now he's at this stage where he's actually doing well.
But
and everyone's like,
I could try and do. Oh, what the fuck did I do that for? I do not like.
Why don't you rate Sissoko?
It's not I don't rate him. I just, when you say the boy's having a go, I could have a go at doing DIY, but it's not going to happen. I could try putting a wall up. I ain't going to be able to put one up. I could try though.
It's not like he's Ali Dyer. It's not.
No, he's good. It just he
needs some credit, I think, from what he's done.
Pochettino,
the Poch effect
likes him.
Oh, should we see if Nelly likes his name?
Oh no! Let it die, man. This is the third week in a row. Yeah, we should though.
All right, I'm gonna ask him. I'll take my eyes off this after I score one more goal. Oh, what a save! It's at the top 17. Right, okay. Who does he push out?
Who does Bale push out? There's no one there for Bale to push out. Can't see Sanchez going top 3 in Spain. or England now, unless Aguero goes downhill with his latest illness. That's we're on Kun watch. Is worrying.
Well, Kun watch. Let's no. Aguero watch.
Aguero watch.
There we go. It's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, much flows better. Rolls off the tongue. Nelly, do you agree or disagree with Pochettino being called Mopo? I'm interested in what you say.
Mopo.
Mopo, for show. Mopo. Gormley, are you for Pochettino being called Mopo? I'm listening. I'm waiting. I got value on that.
Oh, I did not like my team.
Do you want to switch it up after this? And I'll be Atalanta.
They're not good. Where will Sanchez go?
I want him for Poch. I want it. Being an Arsenal fan, I want him outside of the Premiership, anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't care where. PSG, why not?
I think PSG is where he's going to. I think PSG is where he's going to
go. But if not, I can see him playing in Italy with ease and just absolutely destroying that league.
Which he would.
Which he absolutely would. I think that would really suit his game as well.
This is ludicrous. I think PSG is the most logical place for him to go.
Yeah, for his last big money move, if you wanted that. Yeah.
Do you know what? If I was Arsenal, I'd be like looking at doing, trying to somehow say,
just
we will push
Mbappe,
you. That's not going to happen, is it? I think Cavani could happen.
You said this before.
I think Cavani's going to. I think he's going to go. I don't want him to. I mean, I killed him.
You have killed him. It might be rude in Spanish or Italian. Mopo. Yeah, you're right there. They haven't really thought about it, have they?
It's a ridiculous thing, man. I fucking hate it. I hate it more than I hated Wazza. Let's say there's an awful lot of hatred for that nickname for me. Can we have a big Sam?
You need a big Sam
looking. Well,
Big Sam, where's he looking? He's looking for a bit of part-time work, I think, is what he's looking for.
Well, apparently, not when it's Everton. Everton offered him a corner, a few sort of sources. They offered him a 6-month contract to take over till the end of the season. Mm-hmm. And apparently, they want Silver. That's their long.
Who doesn't want Silver at their club?
Who doesn't? They wanted him in on a 6-month deal, and he was the one that wanted it. That wanted it for more. He wanted like a 3-year contract or something like that. And they said no. Today he's ruled himself out. He said, "I've had enough."
Stop it! I've had enough.
I've had enough. Everton Football Club is what he said.
Not today.
And he said, "I didn't feel wanted."
It's hard.
Yeah.
Nelly, just so I'm clear, did you make the Mopo nickname? Are you responsible for that? It seems like something you'd be doing. PSG.
I keep getting internationals. I mean, I can't help it.
Wolfsburg.
Right, team management. Time gig.
No, don't think
he wants. No, he
look. What's his motivation? He goes in, he does a job, he does the Big Sam thing, he saves him with his shrewd.
I reckon he'd take tactics. Over at a 6 for it. Honestly, I think he'd take a 6-year deal if the club was one that he thinks, actually, they may go down, because he wouldn't want to. like tarnish this I don't get relegated thing that he's got going on. But at Everton, we said this. I don't think anyone ever thought or still thinks. I don't think. Oh, you know what? Everton are actually got a chance of going down. I don't think they have.
No, I don't think they have. That's the thing that I call it the Stoke zone.
Yeah.
It needs to be perfect temperatures in the Stoke zone.
Yeah.
To try and get, I don't know, some mediocre football, some strokes of genius from Shaqiri. I'm not going to go on. Bit of this, that, and the other, but mostly in the middle there, at best. Just in that zone.
Yeah, I know the zone you mean.
Wasikowski. Go on.
There's a player called Itta for Wolfsburg.
Nelly says, Big Sam is former England boss. We forget that. He's done it. He's been there. He's done it. He's seen it.
Former England boss. But he, today he said no. He said, I was sick of it. And he also said the word was, they didn't make me feel wanted.
How did you write a card? You put in a birthday,
it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Birthday cake clause?
Yeah. But do you think Big Sam actually as well, when he spent time in America as a player, I can't remember where he was playing, but he's only there for, I think he only had like 4 appearances. That's about there. But apparently while he was there, I think, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Tampa Bay. Neil will know.
Neil won't know that.
What MLS club Sam Allardyce played for?
Yeah, you'll know that.
Well, he played for one, and it was next door to an NFL team, and they were doing a lot of analytics at that point, you know, in America, as they still do. In America land. So it was very big. So he spent a lot of time in the NFL training center, learning about and seeing the stats and how they applied and so on and so forth. He was apparently one of the first coaches in England to appoint an analytics chief. And it was designed purely on set pieces. Because someone came to him with the data and said, look, not many clubs in England actually use practice on free kicks and set pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, someone said, I was listening to an interview with Teddy Boy.
Teddy Boy.
Yeah, he was on BBC Phone-In about 2 years back, something like that. Oh no, it was in the summer. And they asked him, you know, he was saying about it, and he was saying that, yeah, Sam Allardyce actually doesn't get anywhere near enough credit that he deserves for what he brought to the game, analytics-wise. He would spend hours practicing free kicks and set pieces because by sort of modern standards, if you usually about 3 hours practice then on set pieces during a week. Goals scored from set pieces. So Allardyce made it his aim to get his side better than anyone else at set pieces. And that's why if you look now, Bolton scored a ridiculous amount of goals from like indirect.
Big Kev, barrel chested.
Yeah.
K-Day, any damn day.
And also Gary Speed was brought in because of his percentage of holding the ball up.
So he's the first Moneyballer. There should be a film of Moneyball about Big Sam.
Big Sam. Probably eating a pie. But yeah, he was 35 at the time, Gary Speed. And they brought him in because
of his stats.
He had just purely stats based.
And he did fucking wonders, didn't he, then?
Yeah, he played for 3 more years.
Oh, Jesus.
He came in Maldives and still football. Than a free holiday. I do like Sam Allardyce.
He needs some downtime.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting that, you know, Gary Speed,
Yeah.
he signed purely on analytics. He practiced a lot of free kicks. You look at it and the players that they brought in, you know.
You saying Big Sam's like a Billy Bean? Can we Photoshop that?
We can. I mean, the amount of...
His head
there's
is
more
massive.
pictures on our Instagram of Sam Allardyce than there are me.
He's got a head like Henry VIII.
He's amazing. He's a weird one. He's a weird one, Big Sam, because
He's partying in Ibiza.
he's everything I don't like about football.
I think you're going to say everything I want to be.
He's everything that...
Everything I would like to be.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Fucker, you
shame.
picked the wrong
That's
ball.
a shame. Fair enough. What was I going to say? What are we talking about? What's going on? Where am I?
Big Sam.
Big Blue Sam. All right, fair enough.
Looking ahead this week, big Arsenal Spurs.
It is the case.
They're on... oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, we can get to the Premier League chat now. If you turn on to page 3 of your...
Yes.
there's fixtures. On page 2, there is a graph.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So it's going to
If you
run
turn
on. Their
to,
fixtures.
Oh,
That is my graph.
Shall I show the graph?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'll show
The graph.
So explain what this is whilst I show it.
Right, so it's a graph that was on BBC Sport showing... I don't know if your Facebook is too, so then I left out.
Get onto YouTube.
Go on YouTube.
Tell me what it is.
Show it's a graph showing the amount of hours rest that teams are going to have over Christmas, basically.
There you go.
You see that? So, yeah, it's the hours each club will play. They each get 4 festive fixtures.
That's a good one. They should go with that.
4 festive fixtures. So it's the amount of hours that those games will be played in. So Leicester, Leicester, their 4 games are in 213 hours. So in 213 collective hours, Leicester will play 4 games. Arsenal will play the same amount of games in 290, which means that Arsenal get 3 extra days rest over the Christmas period.
They need a rest. Look. This is their year off.
Need a rest.
This is their year off, all right.
I know, but I thought it's fascinating that when everyone's sort of going, oh, the fixture list is because it's crazy this year.
Yeah.
Do we not get the graph emailed to us prior to the show to help us participate?
Next week there'll be reading notes and there'll be required reading, and you need to check articles. So
I wish I'd have done that.
That's a good idea.
I wish I'd have done that.
Nath, yeah.
Wormwood.
Good call. Good call.
Wormwood.
Ryan, who are you fancying? North London derby.
Right.
You're going to go Spurs.
Everything says Spurs, and I think Arsenal will win.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that concept. Because that's the type of thing, yeah.
And I think Arsenal will win.
Alex Iwobi's going to score.
In the same way that United. Oh. I don't think Iwobi will play.
Oh, he lifted his leg. Is that 0-0?
Yeah.
Half time.
No, half time. The rest stats are misleading. Doesn't take into account pre and post the timestamp they're using. What? I think those rest stats are quite interesting. I quite like
that. You mean the timestamp?
Yeah, what timestamp? What are you on about? Right, I see why you're saying they're misleading. It's because Chelsea are second highest on the rest. Look where United are. It's the curse of being on telly. Like Brighton, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Burnley, Brighton, United, Leicester, and Heads get like fuck all rest. It's essentially, I think, man, looking at these stats,
their squads can't handle that. They're going to be utterly depleted.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into it yet, but I believe this is Leicester will play their first game at 9 o'clock and then their second at about 3. I think that's what it is. They're very close together. These are the games where when you're doing a FIFA career mode, you'd be sinning some of them. Because you're like, fuck, I haven't got a fit player. If I play these games now, I'm having it now and not county manager. I got Carabao, I got Checker Trade, I got FA.
Up to my elbows,
I got stuff on.
You seem quite pressured this week, I got to say. It was always in the back of your mind, wasn't it? Carabao, I got to think of. Auto Trade, Mr. Windows.
I've got the bloody caravan club presentation that they want me to do.
I got stuff on, all right? I got stuff on.
I have a lot on. I'm also trying to get to #1 in the Christmas charts. Do you know what I mean? On top of having a very successful career as Notts County manager.
Highly successful.
Yeah, we're coming back. Yeah, so what's he on about timestamp? I think he's...
Come on.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh. You haven't had a shot on target yet.
What are you talking about?
I haven't had a shot.
I can't look at the minute. I know Gordon has said something highly informative, but I can't watch. This is tense.
I can't believe you just escaped that.
I don't know how. Oh, done you.
The boy Blazkowski.
Oh. Right, hang on. I've not seen the table, but the... What was that? Show me the table.
Go on, mate. What are you watching, mate?
Here we go. So that, here we go. Let me make sure. That is total amount of hours played. They're 4 games in. So yeah, Leicester will play 4 games in a very short amount of time. Arsenal, you get the most amount of rest.
Timestamp.
Are you? So are you Are you looking forward to the North London derby?
I am, because I do actually think the same as you. I think everything says Spurs, and if they win, there's no shock there, and they'll just slag off Arsenal and call them wankers or whatever. But I just think it's the type of game where they could. I don't think it's going to be a draw, is it? It's going to be a highly fought game where I do think Arsenal will come out like winning by 1 goal. But
anything can happen.
If Bentley can score from 58 yards, then anything can happen, can't it? Oh, Nelly, give us a score, mate. Give us a score.
I think. Do you know, I'm going to be even more specific.
My head's telling me Spurs. My heart's telling me yes, no. Oh, trailing leg.
Yeah, everything points towards Spurs. But there's just something about it that just makes me think that Arsenal are going to do it. I'm going to go as far as say I think it will be a Giroud winner from an Ozil.
Well, it's quite specific.
Yeah, I'm going to get specific. I think it will be 1-0, and I think Ozil will score the winner.
I think that Alex Iwobi will come through. Oh, that's a dirty foul. Dirty foul.
Get him off. How you haven't been sent off in one of these games at least?
You haven't had a shot yet, brother.
I have.
What? I have. Prove it.
I had no chance. But I'm going to see.
But that's the name of the game.
The United Newcastle as well this weekend.
Newcastle?
What are we thinking now?
I don't think you're going to concede. But wait.
I don't think Joselu hat-trick.
Bimble it in somehow. No, I can't see anything get past United at the moment.
This is just ridiculous. I haven't had a single shot on target. I've been talking too much. This is why we should just do a podcast one week and not play FIFA with it, because I cannot concentrate on both.
I cannot concentrate.
What other games have we got this weekend? Oh, West Brom, Chelsea. I could have sworn that only happened last week.
Yeah, it's like one of those games, isn't it?
What was it? This talk of unrest at West Brom. See that with Pulis?
Unrest Brom.
I like it. Unrest Brom.
What's TP been doing?
Talk that people have had their guts for.
No way.
That they want him gone.
Scandalous. Again, would you consider TP old school manager? Not as old school as Warnock.
Yeah, not quite as old school as that.
Oh, good ball. Still not a shot though, is it?
I cannot believe he's 87 minutes now and has a shot on target. This is just ridiculous.
Nelly, you lads seem to like watching football. It's a miserable and horrible experience. I think you might be trying.
Yeah, I do. I like it in there.
Nelly, I thought that's why you enjoy watching it, you know, the theatre. Albert Camus was once asked if he preferred going to the theatre or watching football. He was an avid football fan.
Yeah. What was his response?
He loved football.
No,
he said football, please.
I'd prefer. I don't know. I am quite a fan of the Phantom of the Opera. This is the bit where I get shouted at by women. But I do.
He called you a heathen, and he would say,
He'd say, "Get out!"
Yeah.
I had a shot.
Yeah, the header which went wayward. I can't believe I didn't score them.
Classic. Or should we just end matches draw?
Arsenal for the win. And that's from an avid Spurs fan, Nelly Merritt.
Yeah.
Well, I think your heart is saying Spurs and your head saying Arsenal. That's what I think. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Should we end it there?
Yeah,
that's a good way to end it. Right, thanks for staying with us. I know there's some silences, but I like them really awkward, like an awkward silence. So
yeah, I mean, it's not a polished podcast anyway. It's never meant to be. It's just
far
a chat,
from it, isn't it?
It's a chat,
an informal chat,
and with you know, Neil getting involved and Gormley as usual. You know, which is always appreciated.
Nelly, follow Nelly on Square Blind on Twitter. He deserves it. Does some sterling work there. If you're a gamer, smash in there. Very active with all of his comments. So definitely check him out. Square Blind, very good. Nelly. Yeah. Remember, let's go to calhounreview.co.uk and read Nathan's article. Go to our YouTube channel and watch the video of why we're trying to do something ambitious. Which may not come off, but fuck it. If you don't try, you don't do it, do you? I think even if it doesn't make number one. It doesn't matter if I get it out there. It's exactly 10 shots. Right. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye. You close that one up. Bye. Where are you going? Close that one. I'm gone. Well, almost. I'm pressing it now.